Hi everyone, Linda here. It is time for Anne's 52 tags handmade stitching. And so I worked on this tag last night. We were to make loopy stitches. And the first thing I did, I started with a button like Anne did and did like an outline stitch, I think it's called, with this darker green. And then I went in and did loops on the inside. I don't know if you can see those loops on the inside with a lighter green. And I didn't think that was enough practice. So I went down here at the bottom and made loops along the bottom. I thought, oh, I want some more practice. So then I decided to try doing it around the top. And Sophie's here. I messed up there, I guess. But I still use those same green back stitches, I think they were called. Oh, and I think this is, what is this called? Oh, I don't know. It has a dastardly name because they're supposed to be very, very tiny stitches. And oh man, it is really hard to see in these stitches, but it's really fun when you're doing something small like this. Then I had this little piece of rickrack sitting on my desk and I thought, oh, I want to use that. So I put that on and I did another thing, but I did it with both, you know, all. I did that down here too. I did the back stitch first. And you can kind of see that in there. See the little back stitches. And then you come up between the stitches and you loop into a stitch. And you don't, you know, well, the only reason you see purple here is that that's the back stitch. See here, you don't see any of the light green because the light green is all done inside those. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. Now I need to put it on the tag. It's so relaxing to do that stitching while watching TV or something. Oh, and this is a piece of fabric that I got. Oh, my back's not so good because sometimes the thread would get all knotted and I just cut it. I did pull a lot out, but so this fabric is from Crafty Irina in that last box that she sent me, so I was really happy to get that, and it was kind of fun to use it on this. I want to make that a little bit more symmetrical if I can. Kinda, yeah, that's better. And I use that like a heavy weave material because that's what Anne used too. So this is I'm going to put this one all the way in the back. I had to get out that kit that I got at the garage sale to have an embroidery needle. I thought half of these were embroidery needles, but they all have pointy parts to them. And the reason I needed an embroidery needle was because when you're doing this stitch, you need to go underneath a stitch, and that means you need to, you know, you don't want to pierce pierce the thread, and I did that a couple of times, even though I had the right needle. But I will put a link to Anne's video because it's so much better than mine. And so, okay, so it's Sunday, and I'll use this needle. Either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, I'll be leaving for the cabin. So I may be missing. I do have, okay, so this will probably go up on Monday. Yeah. And I have my Christmas card ready, but that won't have to go up until next Monday. So you might not see me all week. Okay, just gonna put a little tiny stitch there. So anyway, I hope everybody's having fun and doing something they really enjoy. It's going to be nice if it all works out to get that cabin in order so I don't have to deal with the mice. I'm a little nervous about the bugs because, you know, as it warms up, oh boy, the bugs up there, the mosquitoes. The one that's the worst for me are these little tiny black flies that I'm allergic to. Little teeny tiny fly, and they usually like to bite me by my eye, and then my eye swells up, and then my skin swells up around there, and then it gets hot, and then I have to go to the doctor and get an antibiotic, which I really don't want to do. So I have lots of bug spray and hats. I have those hats with the with the nets. Oh boy. This is kind of neat because when you stitch in this kind of fabric, you can't even see it. When you make a little stitch anyway. That was probably the hardest part for me, was making the these back stitches kind of even. That is always a little tricky. Gosh, I keep poking myself here. That one you can kind of see. That's all right. First tags, I poked the hole with the awl, but I'm not doing that now. Found these needles sharp enough. You know, and sometimes this is where I probably really messed up though. Sometimes the loops, you know, twist if you don't untwist your thread, and that kind of messed me up. Plus, I was doing it in my comfy chair and probably didn't have the best light, but that would be something I would do. All right, so let me see. I gotta get my ring out. This is number 20, so I'm gonna write that on here. Let me see. I'm gonna find out what that was called. So sometimes it's called the blind stitch, or did she say death stitch? And I think the reason she said that it's called the blind stitch is because it's so, you know, they did it so small, and, you know, they could become blind doing it. I shouldn't have done it in the dark. So I'm just pulling these up a little bit more. But if you pull one, you're going to make a big too hard. So I'm just pulling it so that these are up a little bit. Oh, I just thought that was so much fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you'll check out the other tags at 52 Tags Handmade, and Anne's, because, you know, hers are always beautiful. I'm just trimming that off so I can get it on to the ring. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and do something you love today. Bye.